What's up, skateboarders and skateboarder collectors? How you doing? It's National Skateboard Day, and I was out skateboarding. I'm doing a review on these mini logo Militant 90A hybrids, which what they say is formula combines the speed and durability of a hard wheel with the forgiveness of a soft wheel, which smooths out your ride. A-cut shape features sidewalls, provided wide contact area, and a stable when skating all terrains. Long-lasting, high rebound, pro-grade urethane. Decades to skate one. Corporation wheels, pouring expertise, lifetime warranty against manufacturer defects. I got a set of these hooked up. These are 52s, 53s, 53As. 53s millimeter with 90A, and I have them set up on this board right here. This is a primitive symmetrical board, and these green ones are the same A cut. And I went out. It's smoldering outside right now. I skated for about 20 minutes, and it's 92, 93 degrees right now. So it's just like it's like skating with a hot air dryer blowing on you in every direction. So I decided to come in here. But for riding those wheels, I rode them through some urbanly uh, shitty roads, and the wheels turned out pretty nice for what I've uh, skated so far. The wheels are legit. I don't think they're the greatest at sliding. I didn't feel like they would slide too much, and I wasn't. I didn't have enough time to really get a good four-wheel slide on them because it was so hot. And well, today I'm gonna put together an egg-shaped board. I believe it's going to be this all-timers cruiser, but it's got a very cool egg shape to it. Let's get the measurements on it. This is a collaboration board. It is all-timers VIP lounge with a company named Bronze. The top graphic, the boy with the martini, and then the top you can see Bronze, and then all-timers down in the bottom with the VIP lounge. Then that says something. I think I've tried to read it. I know it says Alzheimer's, but yeah, I'm going to put those on with slappy, these slappy trucks, which are 8.0s, and I'm going to use top heavy Allen keyed hardware, and these bearings are Diego Najera, nothing specials. So that's pretty cool. And I'll be using mob grip. Figured I can place this in an angle that you can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to build my channel, man. It's slow but surely. I see all these people that are like retardedly kick cooking like some kind of disgusting thing in a disgusting environment, and they get so many views, and I'm like, I start cooking my arms. But to each their own. Yeah, I've been doing wheel reviews for a minute, and those those 5390As of the mini logos, they're actually legit. They feel good. Now, are you? I think you're gonna slide on wood a lot better. Like if your skate park floor is wood, or if it's the glossed concrete, sealed concrete. Pretty sure they would slide okay, but I don't know about flat spotting or how they slide. It's the same way about these Spitfires. I'm afraid within like 2 or 3 power slides or two or three nose blunt slides or blunt slides, or they're just going to flat spot out. Hopefully not. I've been doing another thing with my trucks where I put two speed rings back here and one up here. It just takes out my wheel a little bit because these wheels are so small radius wise. To bring it out just a little bit is okay. Um, I could use big fat wheels, but I figure why do that? Um, grab that sheet of mob. There it is, sheet of mob. Mob perforated grip tape. I know there's a lot of companies, Pepper, a lot of different companies coming out, but Mob, Jessup, Black Magic, which is Shorties. There's a lot of boards or a lot of grip tape companies that are either board companies like Grizzly. Grizzly does boards now. So I know that this shape is just amazing, eggy wise. It reminds me of really old school decks that like after old school and the new school started coming in. There was a few companies like Alien Workshop that made these. Maybe they were more. I didn't see eggs come out, but I've seen this type of a shape. Maybe a more rounded, but no, maybe not. Maybe just the same. So there you go. So I'll put some of this mob on there. I don't want to do any art on it because I'll be riding it myself. And like I say, I like to open it up, split it, put it on. That way I know where I'm at. Then I can just feel this like that. Push it down as I go. And with the perforation, it's it's a lot better because when I was a kid and you got it perforated, you had to take your knife and you had to stick it in the bubble. I've gripped hundreds of boards. It's always good to have like the way I feel is I have a lot of boards right now and I really enjoy them. The Andy is really good for what it does, and the pipeline concave of the what's the freaking name of them? Pylon boards, the pipeline concave of pylon boards. And what else do I have set up? Like I have that Chubb set up. It's 11 inches. It's got the 215 indies on it. I got a bunch of cruiser boards over there. I have a cruiser board over here. There is like two boards that I've been spending my time with, but I still wouldn't call them what I want to ride. So this egg is going to be a little bit more of what I feel like is a traditional board that I would want to ride. Uh, Somebody that impressed me my whole life was Salman Agha. You know, he was such a innovative skateboarder for his time for the way he skated switch. He did so many crazy switch tricks and skated line switch. And he had a board called the Rocket Queen, and it was like one of my favorite boards. And I never seemed to be able to ever find it, but it's a good board. Give her that old go around. I use this wrench every time, the back of it. You can use the top of your key if you got the file. You can use this. I use a bunch of stuff, but that seems pretty heavy. I can get a good grip back here on the crescent part, and so here we're going to cut it off. I'm actually going to move it a little bit to cut it off. Sometimes around the sides right here, you have to peel it back up to get the cut. If if you put your body weight on it and it pushes down, or you're scraping it and it pushes down, you literally have to peel it back up to get the cut. Okay, that's that gripped. Some people take their grip tape and they rub this all the way around. What I like to do is I like to take a smaller utensil and I just go onto it. Well, all right. So now I want to get the trucks and wheels ready. I'm just chilling right now. There's a tool I need, and I can't exactly remember where it is. I thought it was right here. But I know this is getting boring now. But there it is. There's the board gripped. Kind of see that eggy still. Um, wait, we'll just use this and see what happens. Usually use a punch, but can't find it. I guess I could have used my Allen key. That'll work. Like I said, I use this top heavy hardware. It's fairly cheap. It's 7/8, but I am going to use this Allen wrench as a poke. I poke them. Here's the holes. I go under. I poke them. Now you'll know if you got good grip or not, because if you have bad grip, it'll take chunks out of it if you don't use something sharp. That's why I didn't want to use that bolt. But then I'll go back to my holes and I'll stick this inside of them. Pause. And I'll go around it, opening up the hole and kind of getting some of the grip tape away from the hole. And it starts showing you, it starts showing you where you're at. Nice round circles. See how those are poked? Those are nice round circles. You start from the bottom, you poke them out, then you go around to the top, and you stick your instrument back in. In this case, it's an Allen wrench, and you open up the holes. That way, it keeps the grip tape off before it goes. Douchebag. Before it goes inside of your bolt, which is annoying. Okay, so put this board down for a second. And we have these trucks. We're gonna put the wheels on. Like I said, two and then one. And I always use the speed washers because they're amazing. You just don't want that bolt sitting up against your wheel. And these are little smokies, I believe is what these are called. Little smokies. They're Formula 4 Spitfire wheels, 99 50s and 99A, which is a harder wheel, but I have 101s, and again, I'm putting two bolts on the side, putting the wheel on, and then I'm using one of these speed washers just to give my wheel in the wheelbase to come out a little bit more, because most wheels people are skating now are little wide boys, which is, a cool wheel. I'd like to get me a little wide boy and skate it. Here's, I said the bearings are Buccieri Diego Nuvera. Okay. And now you want to take your skate key, you want to tighten it up. The way I do it is I tighten it up. Just tighten it up. Go to the bearings. Feel your wheel. There's the trucks. Alright, now that we got the trucks there, we can put the board together. Like I said, I got this hardware. Take a little. A lot of people do different stuff while putting on their hardware. I usually take my hardware, I put it on, I'll take the truck that I'm going to use, and I will stick it on, and then I will stick on the. But just like the way I do other thing, the way that I do the tightening, I do crossed. 7/8, they barely even get on there. We'll go to the top now. See, I go across. Are Slappies the lightest trucks? Not necessarily, but do they do the trick? I think so, and I think I believe they're Mike Sinclair's company, and he's a great guy. I haven't skated a pair yet. I had a pair, but I gave them to a friend of mine. Some Crystal Core Spitfires, and those, and it was an Enjoy board before all the stuff started happening. Which, look at my hat, I still like Enjoy. Again, here's one truck I just loosely put on. So this little football or this little egg is going to experience life. See if you poke it through, there'll be a little bit of grip tape sometimes. It sits on the end of your bolt. If you want to watch that. Oh, that wasn't good. Okay. Hold on there. sometimes it, like I said, when you get the grip tape on there and it gets all gummy on the end of your bolt, it's hard to get your bolt on. Now Zimmy's got a sticker I could bust through. There it goes. Did buy these trucks from Zimmy's. But this is what it is. You take your bolt, you put it on, you grab your nut, or you grab your. There you go. Like I said, this board is an all timers, so now we have to tighten the bolts. And I would never tighten the bolts using the Allen wrench by itself. I would always use the skate key and let the skate key tighten everything down, and just use the Allen as a holding place, because if you don't, it might strip out your Allen. Just give them all 4 twists with the skate key, holding your Allen wrench, but not using it, just holding it in place. Or hold on a second. Okay, and once you get to a certain extent of turning them, you don't even have to use your Allen anymore. You can just feel the top of your bolt and and just turn until you can feel your screw go down to sink it. That mug ain't going nowhere now. Same thing. Give them 4 twists. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 to sink it. Diagonal. 1, 2 to sink it. Diagonal. Curve across. One, 1, 2, 3 to sink it. There we go. This little egg-shaped football board. Oh, yeah, an air bubble. That'll be skated here soon. Just wanted to talk to you guys about a few things. Hope you're doing good out there. Oh, that was a treat to put that together. I'm not in the air conditioning. I'm sitting out from it. But but everything's cool. Better clean up and go out there and try out that, and skate those mini logo hybrids. But from what I've seen, the 90A, uh, they are fun and they're fast. and I live on a shitty street, so I love to test them on shitty streets. So they rolled uh, better than any kind of urethane that's not them. Like I got a pair of Krupies, I wouldn't even try them. I got a pair of Hazards, they're like 101s. They would just stick in 53 is not that big of a wheel. So to get all over all those bumps and divots like that, I applaud those mini logo wheels. For now, I don't want to. I'll figure out and I'll tell you more in the future about them if they flat spot or anything else, man. You guys stay skating and National Skate Day. Happy National Skate Day. Uh, Mike Mannion, I know he saved up. He's married now. He got saved up, and he's just gifting a whole bunch of people stuff, and he's running the game. If you don't know who that is, look him up. Mike Manson. He's the guy that does the he was picked out of 10,000 people, or maybe more. He's from Atlanta, Georgia, or maybe not from, but he's representing. Uh, and he got to skate with Tony Hawk. And like I said, that board was an all timers board with slappy trucks, and it has the whole wheels that I put on it. Oh, there's a Spitfire, little 50 tablet, little Smokies, I believe is what they were saying. The hardware was uh top heavy. The bearings were Cortinas, so I believe. But again, it's still 92 degrees. I want to go out and skate, but you can only get like 10 minutes before you feel like you're gonna faint. But I love all you guys that take care. You know, Sang, uh, I sent him his package. You guys can trust me if you guys need any kind of equipment. You can hit me up if I got something. I know that those primitive decks are pretty cool because they're symmetrical. I have fun on them, but I got a few other symmetricals. I got a few uh, thank you symmetricals. I got a little bit of everything. If it comes to bearings, wheels, hardware, I got a little bit of specialty stuff. If you're like, excuse me, looking for something special for yourself or for somebody else, I'm pretty sure. Excuse me. I could hook you up with a special gem or something, or I'm a trustworthy dude. You can ask around, uh, any which way. I hope you guys have a great day. National Skateboard Day. So get out there and do bonelesses. Peace out. Much love. See you next time.